Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Mama Angel's Kitchen. It is Sunday afternoon, the Sunday right after Thanksgiving. And yes, it is Soul Food Sunday. While I do not have a soul food meal for us today, I do have a soul food dish, a side dish. It is definitely a southern dish. It's one that my mom made often when I was a little girl, and I just loved it. It is fried potatoes and onions, also known as smothered potatoes and onions. Okay, I did a version of this earlier on in my channel, but this is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be geared more towards how my mom did it with a little bit of my own tweak in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you the ingredients that we need. Of course, we need potatoes. In this bowl here, I have covered with water, I have our potatoes, and this is 10 russet potatoes, and they are medium-sized potatoes, about this size, okay? And they are cut in little disc about this size, okay? Not real thick, not real thick at all, thin, but not real paper thin either. You can use a mandolin because some of them are thinner than others. I did mine by hand, and I saved one of the potatoes so I can show you how I did it by hand, okay? I just simply go in and cut it like this. Hopefully that's close enough and you get a pretty good view of me cutting it. But that's it. I just use a paring knife and I cut it by hand as small as I can. Okay? Sometimes it's going to be thinner, sometimes it's going to be thicker. But as long as you're staying in the same range. Okay? Like that one was pretty thick, and that's okay. All right, after I get it cut up, see how I'm going to the side sometimes as it gets thinner, you just kind of go to the side. But that's it, okay? Now, if you have a mandolin and you're more comfortable using a mandolin, go ahead and use a mandolin to do this part. It doesn't matter. Then you soak them in water and rinse them until the water comes clean so that you get rid of all that starch, okay? And then after that, I'm going to drain them in a colander and just pat them dry a little bit, and then we'll cook them from there. All right, the rest of the ingredients we have are onions. And I got my onions cut nice and thick because I like the taste of cooked onions, so I want to be able to know the onions in there more than just the flavor. I want to actually bite into some onion. Not traditional, very optional. I've got a green bell pepper here, again, cut nice chunk size. And again, not traditional, again, optional. I have some garlic. Okay, and I've got my garlic cut in little disc like this. I didn't even mince it. I'm just going to leave it in disc like this here. The reason these are optional, my mother never used garlic or bell pepper in hers. And I'm going to be honest with you, neither have I. This is my first time. I have another fried potato dish that I keep the potatoes in chunks that I add bell pepper and not even garlic to that, just bell pepper and the onion. So I'm kind of doing a mix-up today. And I will tell you exactly how that comes out. I can't imagine it not being absolutely phenomenal, okay? These are just fantastic flavors. The other thing are our spices. Now I've got my spices mixed up in a bowl here, or just laid in the bowl. They're not mixed yet. So I'm not sure you can really see it, but I've got some, the red stuff you see is the paprika, sweet paprika, smoked paprika. Then we've got our Maggie Pollo, salt and pepper, and onion and garlic powder. And I've got a little bit of cayenne pepper down in the center there. I will have the measurements and the ingredients in the description box below on this, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'll tell you what, we're gonna meet me over at the stove. This is really a quick, simple, and easy meal, and we've got some leftover ham, and we're gonna have with this, and some leftover green beans. That's Sunday dinner today, leftover from Thanksgiving with a little bit of additive in there, another extra dish added in there, okay? I'll meet you over at my stove. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm over here at the stove, and I've got my cast iron skillet heated up. And let me show you how much oil is in here. This is probably about a quarter cup of oil, okay? You don't want a whole lot of oil, but you do want enough oil that you're gonna fry your potatoes. You don't want a dry skillet, so you don't want just enough to cover the bottom of the skillet. And the only thing I'm doing right now is, guys, is I'm looking at it, asking myself, do I want to pour a little bit out? But I think I'm good. I think I'm going to keep it at that point right there, because a lot of times I end up adding oil because it gets a little dry on me. And I'm okay with that. It's fine either way, if you need to add a little bit of oil or if you start out with the perfect amount. The only thing you don't want is for them to be too oily, because you have to remember, you are not going to be able to take away any of this oil. Whatever oil you have here, your potatoes are going to absorb all that oil, and so you're going to consume the oil that's here, okay? So with that amount of potatoes I've got and the veggies, I'm going to pour out just a little bit, because, you know, my mother's rule, you can add or you cannot take away, okay? So I'm safer being able to add rather than wishing I had taken some away later. Okay, so there we go. That's still, you know, about, maybe we had about a cup, and now we're at like a fourth a cup of oil. And that's for my size skillet and the amount of potatoes that I'm using. So you want a little bit of a puddle. Let's put it that way. All right, now you can totally do this, and that's gonna make a little bit of a noise here. Go ahead and get this in. It's gonna splatter a little bit on you because the potatoes are not 100% dry. Okay, but don't be afraid of it. Once you get it done first, go ahead and dump. There we go. All right, and I am going to go ahead and leave this. No top on it. No veggies yet. Probably should have used a bigger skillet, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. No veggies, no seasoning, no anything yet. And I am working with a medium-high heat. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit and let it go until I get a little bit of a crust on the bottom, and then I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, and I'll bring you back when I do that. All right, we'll be back. I'm sorry, what I was going to say, guys, you can do this in a non-stick skillet. Okay, it doesn't have to be cast iron. Cast iron is best, but it can be done in a non-stick. All right, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm getting a little bit of browning here. I kind of moved it a little bit. You see, you know, some browning there. So I'm going to do my best here to try and get a little bit of a flip here and get some things moving, okay? And all I'm trying to do is bring some of that from the bottom up to the top, okay? And I'm going to have some spillover because, you know, I use a smaller skillet than what I should have, but there you go. See some of this? Some of that brown that I'm getting there, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep trying to flip this here until I'm happy. And then once I flip it, I'm going to get my veggies in and my seasonings in. All right, I'll be back and I'll show you that part, but let me flip this here a little bit more. Okay, guys, welcome back. I told you that I was going to stir this up a little bit and then bring it back and add the seasonings and the veggies. Well, I did that, but I ended up letting them cook another 15 minutes or so. It's been cooking now, just like this, uncovered, and I'm happy with the way it's looking now. Now it looks more cooked and not, you can tell that rawness is gone. It's nowhere near cooked, but it's not like I just put it in there. You can tell it's been cooking a bit, and that's what you're looking for. Okay, so I'll let this go another 15 minutes or so. I have not added any more oil yet. I might, because it's starting to get a little bit dry, but I'm not going to do it yet. Right now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and mix up our seasonings. There we go. There's a good shot of it, okay? Just going to mix this up and get this seasoning sprinkled in here. Just going to go ahead and use my hands here, and I may or may not use it all, okay? I definitely won't use it all on this first shot. Okay, we got that. Give it a little bit of a zhuzh. Okay, a little bit of a zhuzh here. And you see, as it starts to cook down, I've got more room to work with. Okay. So, you know, if you start with a skillet that's extra full like mine, just take your time. It will cook down so you can work with it a little bit. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good enough for me right there. I can work with that. Let's go ahead and get our veggies on. Okay. And yep, I'm going to fill it up again. Okay. Get some of them all down the sides here. Sprinkle that garlic around. Okay. I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving. Spend time with family and friends and just enjoyed yourself, you know. I certainly did. It was my family here. Just my immediate family. We didn't have family from out of town. Just those of us who are here in Florida. But if you guys had an opportunity to visit family out of town, either they came to you or you went to them, I know you had just an amazing time. Okay, guys, I'm going to let this cook again, just like this, uncovered. And I keep saying uncovered because eventually we are going to cover this, okay? But right now, this is going to go uncovered, just like this. I'm telling you, oh my goodness, y'all. This smells divine. It really does. I wish you could smell this. And you can when you make your own. I'll be back. Okay, guys. I'm happy with what's happening right now. They've been cooking, you know, probably another 10, 15 minutes the way I left you. And we're getting some beautiful color on these potatoes right now. See that? That's beautiful. That's exactly what I'm wanting. Okay? I just got it in there and I'm just giving them a really good flip. And I'm really dry on the bottom now, so I am going to put a little bit of oil along the sides here. Okay? And how I do that, got my little container of oil here. I just take my spoon and go right down the sides here. Okay? Just getting some oil down here on that skillet. And I'd rather do it that way than, you know, like I said, chance having too much oil. I'd rather go ahead and add. Nope, I think my hand's trying to get away from me. All right, that's it, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little bit more of a stir. And then I'm going to put a lid on this and let them smother, okay? I will probably add a little bit more of the seasoning at this point. And then I'm going to cover them up. And I'll be back, and when we're just about done, I'll let you see the progress we're making. All right, guys, we're back, and here we go. This dish is done. Look at that. You see that steam coming off of there? And I just let that water drip down in there anytime I lift that top off, okay? Look at this beautiful char that we have here. I just love those little crunchy bits right here. That's not burnt. That's deliciousness, okay? That is deliciousness right there. And I just keep lifting it up and turning it. Look at that char. Come on. That is fried potatoes and onions, y'all. That is good stuff right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a plate. Meet you over at the counter. And we're going to give this a try. All right, be back. Oh, lost some potatoes. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Here is the final result of our food. Oh my word, look at those potatoes, guys. I'm telling you, that char is what you want. That's where the flavor is. And then I've got some ham that's left over from Thanksgiving. And then some green beans that was left over also for Thanksgiving. That is our Sunday night meal tonight. Soul Food Sunday. This is it right here. Okay. And I am so excited. I love me some fried potatoes and onions. Look at that. I got a little onion in there. Look at that bite right there, guys. Oh, my word. Look at that. That is deliciousness right there. I promise you. Deliciousness. I'm going in. I think it's hot. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man. Just the right amount of heat. It's soft and pillowy like a potato is supposed to be. I got a slight crunch from the onion so it's not overcooked. And then that little crunch from that charred piece. And then that cayenne pepper hits you right at the back of your tongue. So if you don't like spice, go ahead and leave that cayenne pepper out. It's okay. It's a little undersalted for me, and that's okay. All right? You can always add extra salt if you want extra salt. It's better to cook your food under salted. Okay? Look at that right there. Look at that bite. That is just beautifulness, guys. I'm telling you. It's beautifulness. I do like mine with a little bit of ketchup, and I'll probably put a little ketchup on mine. But, oh, that was hot. That's hot. Look at this. This ham from Thanksgiving, it was so juicy and tender and delicious. Let me tell you. And it still is. I mean, that is just one of the best hams I have had. And you guys know when you get, already cooked or smoked ham like this, it's already cooked. All you're doing is heating it up. Okay? I want to talk to you about something really quick, guys. If any of you, especially my new subscribers, if you have looked back at any of my brand new or my first videos when it was Angel's Kitchen, there has been a name change. It's now Mama Angel's Kitchen. But I started out as Angel's Kitchen. Back then when I started, I said when we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to do a fun event. And then life happened and I stopped doing videos. Well, since I've been back, we are currently at 110 videos, or 110 subscribers. Sorry. When I hit 100 subscribers, I want to do a fun event. We've hit that. We are at 110 subscribers. Thank you for all of you for your support. That fun event that I had in mind way back then was to do something live, a live cooking show with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get that planned. For me, it's going to have to be on a Saturday or a Sunday because I do still have a full-time job. Okay. It will not be next week because that's my daughter's birthday weekend. So I won't be doing it then, but I will have more information to come. All right. And I'm thinking we're going to do something very quick, like a salad. I can do a beautiful chef salad, show you how I do that, or we can do a 3-egg omelet, all of which can be done in less than an hour, give us time to chat, and then be on and off within an hour or less. Okay, give me some feedback as to what you guys think about that. And yeah, so more information to come on that. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, join in. I am going to keep them coming. I am so excited. and so absolutely grateful for this platform. I'm having the time of my life. I hope you're enjoying it as well, just like I am. All right. I love you guys. Stay prayed up. I will see you in my next video. Good night.